All right, what's up, guys? So, good stuff. I'm starting a new series here where I'll be sharing my swing trade positions because, as I said in the last video, I've been putting time into other things and not much into staring at charts, and still, of course, want to be in the markets. So, sticking with the swing trading, and for the videos, we're going to stick to. I'll start a new series here where I'll keep track of my positions. You know, the market really moves in cycles, and how I'm positioning in and out is something I can share and update and go over analysis on here. But I'll sort of figure it out as I go. But we'll focus on gold, silver, crude oil, the DOW, and crypto. That's a lot. But that's the thing is there's correlation. There's a general sort of phase that you're in. Sometimes things venture off, but identifying the phases and simply positioning in and out of the markets, so you have more on the way up than you do on the way down, and vice versa in a bearish market, is an approach where you can really cover a lot of things and not have to spend too much time on analysis. We're staying on larger time frames. So the main thing to keep in mind is that the market moves in cycles, and I'm not going to teach this stuff all over again a million times. It's all on my channel and my course, but we're working the cycles, the Wyckoff cycles, basically of buying low, selling high, accumulation, buying low, distribution is selling high, and you have a couple other parts of those phases, but that's the main thing, is looking to pre-position, follow what the big money is doing, right? Using volume, everything I teach on my channel. Okay. So swing trading is, it's chill. Just got to be patient. It's kind of like you just wait for the profits to arrive. You never know when. It's like a random gift. So, but you can get a sense very often. Okay, we're always in cycles, right? We're either buying, holding, or looking to get out, right? Right now, where are we in this cycle? I've just gotten out. If you've been following me, again, I've been saying since, January, whatever. Bullish, 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 bullish. I'm in. And Bitcoin, almost doubled in price. Well, not quite, but actually, yeah, right, we were at 15. But, the big bullish moves, I was in, and I told you guys I was going to be taking advantage of that. Gold also here, you see silver, right. Buying the dips on oil, the profits weren't as big, but we'll get caught up on all of that. These are the areas that I bought, so it was a small profit that I closed. Again, I just got out. I'm 80% in cash, right? 20% of my money's actually in the market that's in my accounts for this stuff. So, it's getting out, taking that profit, and waiting for those lower prices to come in. So that's where we are now. Now, if they don't come in and the market just moves up, I do have some in, right? I'm typically not getting completely out of these markets, the ones I'm talking about here. Especially crypto, I have some kind of long-term also on that. So, if you're expecting the down, you never know what's going to happen. Nothing's guaranteed. I am expecting the down moves and the opportunities to buy coming up now. So if we look at the charts, let's start with Bitcoin. Again, we're on the 4-hour chart. We're keeping it simple. We're tracking what the big money is doing. We're going to do the same. Lock in. A lot of times it's the opposite of what people are saying, the opposite of what the news is saying, what the numbers are saying, everyone's saying. A lot of times you're doing the opposite. All right? Yeah, we've talked about that. It's ridiculous how much. All right. Don't get me started. So, so you look at this chart. Again, we're keeping it really simple here, 4-hour chart. You see an uptrend. And what's going on with the story of this uptrend? Markup, right? Smart money bought low, right? We're in the cycle. So moving up is the markup, the uptrend after buying low. And then what's happened here? And look at the structure. Really simple. It's gone sideways, right? Higher highs, higher lows. Is the trend still going? Look at this whole week's worth, right? A few weeks worth. So sideways, sideways. And now look at the volume. And really simple stuff here. If you're seeing volume spikes in an uptrend, like these, see the volume at the bottom? If this is going on in an uptrend, the uptrend better continue. Otherwise, its days are numbered. It's losing its imbalance to the upside. You have activity not creating an up move anymore, right? Common sense. In this case, you did, right? You had high activity, resulting in an up move. All right. Then, again, all this stuff is sideways. We're seeing the volume spike here. We're seeing it to new high prices. Tell you about sellers there that finally, after a while here, a couple of weeks, we move up. We get rejected on some volume. See down there? And look at the result of all this, result of these volume at high prices. Really simple, right? And then, actually, we see this down move hit some buy activity to send it sideways. Absolutely hit some demand there. And then we ended off with a... Now, here's the thing. We ended off with a lot of volume. We're just in the middle of this range with a lot of volume. What does that tell you? In an uptrend, how bullish would you be if you see this much activity in the market and it can't move up? Right? It did nothing on that activity. So that involves a lot of selling. And if you're this high up and there's that much selling, you're likely to get a retracement. It's profit taking, right? Now, whatever, it looks like a news kind of day. Something happened? I don't know. I don't pay attention. Unless I'm just doing the opposite. So I am, again, you see the reasons why. It doesn't mean here I'm taking profit, here I'm taking profit necessarily. But as you're starting to see these type of things, right, lack of continuation of the uptrend, in this case, on high volume, right, if the market's that busy and it can't continue the uptrend, you know, you have some bearish big money coming in, obviously. And if I was truly bearish, that would be a different story. But this is an opportunity, again, for prices to come down and look to buy. And there's phases within phases. But, you know, this is sort of the picture we're in here. Looking for that. Again, so it's a common story if you just kind of jump through. Okay. I don't want to spend the whole video on Bitcoin, but I could just keep going. Similar stories, though. Similar stories. That's the thing. Silver, here's where I've been buying and selling. I actually ended up marking it up. Selling, buying, selling, selling. And again, mostly out of the market now. Now I'm looking for these down moves to buy again. So, again, you just see the same story. It's really simple, right? If the high volume comes in, and look at the result. That's off the high price. If you know VSA, it's taken from that. Taken from Wyckoff phases, right? Richard Wyckoff. But it's simplified. If you have an uptrend, you see this much volume with that much result, can't move up. That's more selling than buying going on here. Time to get out. It looks like I got out a little earlier, but there was the volume on that. So again, the markets are really communicating this, right? The big money. Now, going into May, right, next month, you get this kind of activity. May tends to slow down or maybe turn bearish or sideways. Again, that's just a tendency. Who knows? But it looks like it's doing that. Like profit taking, how much buying is coming into the down moves? Actually, a decent amount. And that's the next thing to talk about now. Okay, so that's the story overall. Gold, you see, the high volume, the lack of continuation of the trend. So it's distribution phase, if you look at the Richard Wyckoff material. So profit taking. I don't see it as a bearish market. I would need to see more activity, higher volume, and more extreme results to the downside. I don't consider it a bearish market, but it's a time where you can get the retracement to buy again. So that's the story everywhere on these that I'm looking at. The Dow is, again, I give it all the same sentiment of the high volume, right? Okay. And those are the ones we're tracking. So the next question is, where do I buy? When do I buy? And I want to be patient on this and look for lower prices. We've come down a bit. If we go to, let's do silver. Should we do this one or, all right. So ideally, a high probability place, if it does, I'm just drawing this fib, bottom to top. Just look at my other videos to know what this is. But a scenario where reaccumulation, right, during an uptrend tends to happen. Can the market get that low? Well, if there's not too much buying activity, why not? And that's just, If you know my trading, I'll go right to that first of all, because how often markets go there and how often buy signals in here are, good, high probability. 618 overshoot, all that, right. So that could happen there. But the thing is, how do you kind of know if you're looking for that? And you can start working your way in, and I may start working my way in again sooner if I'm seeing large buying. Where to see that is just as you dip into lower prices, it's kicking out people that bought late, right? You bought through here, you're an idiot. And as price comes down, it's kicking you out. That's what these lower spikes are, these fake breakouts. Hitting stop losses and buying it up from those losers who are selling it off to the reaccumulators, right? And we already see signs of that coming in, right? Now, if we get an extreme drop down here and then a big rejection on volume, start reversing, we're going to blow right through it probably, right? Things like that could happen. But on the other hand, if we just can't get down there because we keep seeing, let's say a even higher volume spike, again, rejecting. It's just too much demand. And we start to move up and we're not seeing weakness. We may just go from there. But with this much volume in the background, I'm hoping for another, generally that's where I am now, is looking for this. Not necessarily all the way down here, but lower prices. But what can I maybe be patient and wait for? Let me get caught up on this. Did I mark my position? No, okay, let me just delete. And it looks like here we already have that spot. And I can look at the 1 hour chart, get more detail, but it does look like we may be starting the reaccumulation. It's kind of taking its time. What am I doing? I'm going to 1 hour chart. Typical, in this scenario, you're going to get maybe another dip. It's very, very common. And find our way out of there on some more volume. So something like that would be nice. It's a very, very common pattern in this price area. So again, you see I'm like kind of holding out. Let's see if I can get lower before I start putting my money back into the market, right? Start building my positions lower. I'm being patient. 80% of my accounts basically more or less in cash out of the markets. Gold, again, you see the buying off of these low prices, the fake breakouts, the hallmark of that reaccumulation stuff is there. So it looks like, I may start to work my way in. And again, this is already here. Ooh, nice, off the 618. Okay, so that says a lot, right? A lot of you know this. This is looking good here and here, right? So maybe I should start buying gold again. Start reaccumulating again. That's quite possible. One more dip wouldn't scare me at all. 618 overshoot. And might be time to start working my way in again. It's Friday today. So maybe not, maybe Monday, right? It's swing trading. It's patient. Okay. So that's where I am right now. Hopefully, and we won't go over everything, but you see the correlation and sentiment is the same, right? And, positioning in and out, taking your time. So that's where I am right now. Hopefully that's helpful. I'll keep doing this maybe as a series. Figure it out as I go. And let me know in the comments anything, you could put on the notification bell to know when I do this. If I maybe start doing it weekly or whatever it is, right? Some sort of thing whenever something's going on, whenever our phases are changing, whenever we're taking action. Keep tracking things. Okay, guys. Have a good one. See you soon.